You are welcome to LFN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. Stephanie Edwards, who is commonly known by her stage name Sparkle, has been featuring a great deal when it comes to the case against R. Kelly, 90% of the time posing as the woman who first came out with the truth about his conduct, and largely acting as an innocent woman she technically wasn't. Ever since R. Kelly's legal ordeal started back in the 90s, Sparkle has been seen on several news stations and social media channels describing R. Kelly as a criminal, while shamelessly and conveniently positioning her name in a good place as the woman that stepped in to help alleged victims. The making of the bogus and exaggerated TV show Surviving R. Kelly for a woman like Sparkle came as a blessing, for she had been out of limelight for decades, after destroying her music career when she turned against her volunteer songwriter and producer R. Kelly, and surely needed the attention it came with. With her face back on the screen, Sparkle was still unprepared to open up and let the world know her role in the matters of her niece being with Robert Kelly, and she instead returned with her usual same story looking to implicate him. When describing how she met with R. Kelly and how he managed to kickstart her music career, she always tries to make it appear as though it was all largely her making and that R. Kelly badly wanted to produce her music.
I met some of his group members, and they called me down to the studio saying that, come down, he wants to hear you sing.
She always deliberately leaves out the part where she left her husband Earl, a former R. Kelly partner with whom they made public announcement the record-breaking group it was in the early 90s to be with R. Kelly, and how she had eyes for him but later realized that she was never going to be his Miss Princess and would have to share him with other women, something she wouldn't live to see happen. It's possible that Sparkle always leaves this romantic part of her story out in order not to demonstrate a motive for her to have done the things she did to get R. Kelly where he is today. And just like Jim DeRogatis, she also speaks of the mystery tape evidence like a flying wizard which could have flown from R. Kelly's house to the journalist's mailbox where he claims to have found it, because she wouldn't want to be caught off guard as a transporter of CP she actually is, following a spill of the beans by Chicago principal government witness Rashonda Landfair, who took the stand and revealed to the world what kind of a woman Stephanie Edwards actually is. When you get to learn who Sparkle is and what her role in the R. Kelly situation could be, you cannot help but be stunned in disbelief at how deep a scorned woman's hate can go to get her doing the evilest things to see the man who rejected her destroyed. It's indeed after learning who Sparkle is that one can appreciate that R. Kelly was set up right from the beginning, and that he may have not known certain facts that he deserved to know in order to stay out of trouble. Learning how events unfolded will also get you wondering why the Chicago judge and his jury chose to declare him guilty for even a single count of enticement, and yet it was the women who technically did the enticing, guided by their principal and chief trainer Stephanie Edwards. It is certainly not illegal for a man to be successful, famous and attractive enough that women will want to be with him like R. Kelly was. The enticement charges and subsequent convictions therefore are simply direct attacks on his entire life and career and do not address the real substance of the matter. It's like R. Kelly is being tried for his entire life and career, and this is not fair. All symbolism used to describe R. Kelly as the Pied Piper aimed at tarnishing his image is work in vain by his haters, because simply playing great music that makes people love and follow you is not a crime in the United States statute. In fact, if we talking Pied Pipers, R. Kelly is not the only one, and there are definitely many other great artists currently dealing with the very same challenge of being so great that everyone young and old wants to associate with you. The only reason they are not named in this indictment is because at the moment, the government has only been deployed by the background investors of the docuseries to take down R. Kelly and none else. According to Rashonda's damning testimony about Sparkle's role in this, she is the one that introduced her to R. Kelly. And while Sparkle admits this, she denies that she was actually coaching her on ways to seduce the R&B king and to lead him on, trapping him into a situation that would later derail him from his career goals, and to an extent she almost succeeded. Rashonda, who until the trial was still in a relationship with R. Kelly and depending on him for accommodation and so much more, took the stand and threw Sparkle right under the bus as the adult woman who technically used her underage niece as a bait to derail R. Kelly. In her own words she said, "My Aunt Sparkle introduced me to R. Kelly and advised me to sit on his lap and rub my ass all over him, then ask him to be my godfather. She also revealed how she suspects that it could have been Sparkle who transported the said tape to Jim DeRogatis, and both lied under oath about how Jim received it from an anonymous sender who has never come out to disclose who he truly is. Even without invoking the statute of limitations which attorney Jennifer Bonjean has focused on in her Chicago appeal briefs, the fact that the tape evidence did not show a complete chain of custody, and that the only known sources are record liars even under oath was just enough reason for court to declare this evidence inadmissible. Meanwhile, why they would make the sentimental decision to consider such evidence and pass a judgment based on it remains highly questionable. Immediately after Rashonda's testimony, guilty and disqualified Sparkle was quick to take to social media and publish a video in her defense, but no one believed her lies anymore. It's now officially known that Sparkle was right behind R. Kelly's ordeals, and her role was to set him up with her niece and later use it on him as revenge for refusing to make her his sole princess. In summary, Sparkle used her niece to take advantage of R. Kelly and to get him into the trouble he is currently dealing with. This makes her the guilty mastermind of the whole Rashonda Landfair story. In Bonjean's Chicago appeal brief submission, Stephanie Edwards features multiple times as the Opel expert refers to the trial transcript. If the system had been fair, Sparkle and Jim DeRogatis should have been summoned to court to explain their roles in this matter, and how they managed to move a tape from one place to another and have it edited multiple times, destroying its credibility as potential evidence in court. According to TBN, while Sparkle may pretend to be all holiness, the whole world knows who she is and what she did to get R. Kelly where he is today. It's no wonder ever since Be Careful, the song she did with him, no other person has offered to work with her, and she hasn't produced a single album in this respect because they all know what kind of person she is. Sadly, she may be left to enjoy her freedom while they hold R. Kelly for it's not crime they are really after but the R&B king. According to Tay, I am so glad that this truth about Sparkle is finally out. Just like all the other women hating on R. Kelly, she is one big liar. Whether she is doing this for publicity after decades of being off the chat, I just want for all this to be over. Free R. Kelly. He is innocent and he will always and forever be in my prayers. Like Kamajalo Varashka says, it's weird how people want to make it big through the back door lying on others. It's strange why they don't want to work hard and enjoy earnings from their own sweat. They exploited R. Kelly and they are now back for more. If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.